In the vast expanse of the galaxy, a grand council gathered. This council was not just any meeting, it was a gathering of the most powerful alien species in the universe. They came from different planets, each more advanced than the last. Their purpose? To discuss the fate of Earth and its inhabitants. As they took their seats, the atmosphere buzzed with anticipation and disdain. Among the aliens was a tall, blue-skinned creature named Varkon. His eyes sparkled with mischief as he leaned forward to address the assembly. "Today we discuss the pathetic planet known as Earth," he announced, his voice dripping with sarcasm. The room erupted in laughter, echoing off the high walls of the grand hall. Varkon continued, "These humans believe they can conquer space. But look at them! They are weak and primitive." The other aliens joined in, mocking humans' lack of technology and their old-fashioned ways. At the back of the hall, a human soldier named Alex listened quietly. He had been sent to represent Earth at this council meeting. His heart raced as he heard the laughter, feeling the weight of his planet's honor resting on his shoulders. Alex was strong and skilled, a veteran of many battles. But standing there, surrounded by those who ridiculed his home, he felt small and powerless. "Why do we even bother?" an alien named Gresh said, shaking his head. "Their greatest invention is a sword. They think they can compete with our starships and laser guns?" This comment sent another wave of laughter through the council. Alex clenched his fists, anger boiling within him. He wanted to shout, to defend his people, but he knew that would only make things worse. Instead, he took a deep breath, reminding himself of why he was there. He had to show them that humans were not to be underestimated. Suddenly, a thought struck him. He had seen countless battles and understood what it meant to fight for honor. As the council continued their mocking, an idea began to form in his mind. A challenge that would put everything on the line. Just then, the council leader, a tall alien with shimmering skin named Zylara, stood up. "I propose a demonstration," she said, her voice strong and commanding. "Let us send a delegation to Earth. We will show them just how inferior they are. We will hold a public event where we showcase our power." The crowd cheered, but Alex felt a chill run down his spine. This was not just mockery, it was a full-blown attack on Earth's dignity. He couldn't let this happen. He had to act. With determination in his heart, Alex stood up. "I will fight for Earth!" he shouted, his voice echoing in the hall. The laughter stopped, and all eyes turned to him in shock. "Fight?" Varkon sneered, a smirk on his face. "What are you going to do? Swing your little sword at us? You humans are nothing but a joke." But Alex didn't back down. "I will accept your challenge. I will prove that humans are strong and brave, not the weaklings you believe us to be." His heart pounded as he spoke, but he felt a surge of courage. He was ready to defend his home no matter the cost. The council members looked at each other, their expressions a mix of disbelief and curiosity. Zylara raised an eyebrow, intrigued by Alex's boldness. "Very well," she said slowly. "If you wish to challenge us, then so be it. We will see what your sword can do." As the council resumed their discussions, Alex felt a new sense of purpose. He knew the path ahead would be tough, but he was determined to show them the truth about humanity. The mocking laughter echoed in his ears. But now it felt different. It was not a sound of defeat, it was a call to action. Alex knew that this was just the beginning. The humans would not be mocked any longer. They would rise to meet the challenge, and when they did, the galaxy would see just how strong they truly were. With a heavy heart but a fierce spirit, Alex prepared for the battle ahead. He was ready to draw his sword and fight for Earth. Days passed after Alex's bold challenge, and the atmosphere on Earth was tense. News of the Intergalactic Council's plans spread quickly. Many people felt anxious while others were excited. They wanted to see how the human soldier would defend their honor. The day finally arrived when the alien delegation was set to land on Earth. The skies were filled with strange, shining ships hovering like giant metallic birds. Alex stood at the landing site, surrounded by soldiers and curious citizens. He felt a mix of nerves and determination. He knew he had to show everyone that humanity was strong. As the alien ships landed, a hush fell over the crowd. The door of the largest ship opened, and out stepped Zylara, the council leader, followed by her entourage. They looked even more impressive in person. Their skin glimmered, their eyes shone with a bright, unnatural light. The aliens strutted forward, confident and proud. "Welcome, Earthlings! Xylara called out, her voice echoing across the field. "We have come to show you the true power of the galaxy." The crowd shifted, some people whispering to each other, unsure of how to react. Next to Alex, a soldier named Jenna spoke up, her voice filled with defiance. "We should show them that we won't be pushed around." She was young and spirited, and Alex admired her bravery. Alex nodded, but knew they needed to stay calm. "Let's see what they have planned first," he replied. "Then we can decide how to respond." Xylara continued. "We will host a demonstration of our technology and strength. You will witness our superiority firsthand." As she spoke, the aliens began to showcase their advanced weaponry and gadgets. They displayed energy shields that sparkled in the sunlight and weapons that shot dazzling beams of light. The humans watched in awe, but also with a sense of unease. Varkon stepped forward, a sly grin on his face. "Behold, this is what the future looks like!" He waved a hand, and a small drone zoomed into the air, performing flips and spins, showcasing its agility. The crowd gasped, but Alex felt anger bubbling within him. "Look at these flashy toys," Jenna whispered, her eyes narrowed. "They think they can impress us with tricks." Just then, Xylara announced, "And now, we will challenge you. We want to see how you fight. We want to see your strength." The aliens laughed, their voices loud and mocking. The crowd grew restless. Alex knew they needed a plan. He stepped forward, raising his hand for silence. "We will show you our strength, but let it be known, we are not here to entertain you," he declared, his voice steady and strong. "We will fight with honor." The aliens exchanged glances, surprised by Alex's courage. Xylara's expression turned serious. "Very well, human. We will have a contest," she replied. "Let the best fighter represent Earth in the arena." Alex felt the weight of the moment. He would be fighting not just for himself, but for all of humanity. He turned to Jenna and the other soldiers. "Prepare yourselves. We must train hard and show them what we are capable of." As the humans gathered to discuss their strategy, Alex felt a sense of hope. This was their chance to prove themselves. He trained harder than ever, practicing his sword skills and endurance. The other soldiers joined him, their spirits rising as they prepared for the fight ahead. The alien delegation continued their display, showing off their technology and taunting the humans. But Alex and his team focused on their training, pushing through fatigue and doubt. They were determined to rise above the mockery. Days turned into nights, and the day of the contest approached. Alex's heart raced as he imagined the arena, the crowd cheering, and the aliens waiting to see if humanity could stand tall. As the final day drew near, Alex felt a burning determination inside him. He would not let Earth down. He would fight with all his strength, and when the time came, he would show the galaxy that humans were a force to be reckoned with. With a fierce spirit and unwavering resolve, Alex prepared to face the challenges ahead. The eyes of the universe would soon be upon him, and he was ready to make history. The day of the duel had finally arrived. The sun shone brightly over the arena, which was set up in a vast open field. The place was buzzing with excitement. Thousands of people had come to watch the showdown between Alex, the brave human soldier, and Xylara's champion, a fierce alien named Krog. Alex stood at one end of the arena, his heart pounding in his chest. He wore a simple but sturdy outfit, his sword gleaming in the sunlight. He looked out at the crowd and saw familiar faces. Friends, family, and fellow soldiers. They were counting on him to represent Earth. Across from him, Krog emerged from the shadows, towering over Alex. He was a massive figure, covered in thick armored skin that shimmered in shades of green and gold. Krog cracked his knuckles, and the sound echoed like thunder. He was known for his strength and fighting skills, and Alex could see why. The crowd roared as the announcer, a smaller alien with bright purple skin, stepped forward. "Welcome, beings of the galaxy. Today we witness a historic duel. On one side, the champion of Earth, Alex, and on the other, Krog, the strongest warrior of the Galactic Council." As the announcer introduced them, the crowd cheered loudly for both fighters. Alex felt a surge of adrenaline as he raised his sword, ready for battle. He had trained hard for this moment, and he was determined to prove that humanity was not weak. The two warriors took their positions, and the announcer raised his hand. "May the best fighter win!" With that, he lowered his hand, signaling the start of the duel. Krog charged forward, his fists swinging. Alex barely dodged the first blow, feeling the rush of wind as Krog's fist whooshed past him. He quickly retaliated, swinging his sword toward Krog's side, but the alien was quick. Krog blocked the attack with his forearm, the metal ringing like a bell. The crowd gasped, captivated by the intensity of the battle. Alex felt a mix of fear and excitement. He needed to stay focused. Krog was powerful, but Alex had agility on his side. He was smaller, faster, and he had trained for this moment. Krog tried to grab Alex, but the human slipped away just in time. He danced around the massive alien, looking for an opening. "You think you can outsmart me, human?" Krog taunted, a wicked smile spreading across his face. "You will soon learn that strength prevails." But Alex didn't back down. "I fight for Earth. I will not give up," he shouted, his voice filled with determination. With renewed strength, Alex launched into a series of quick attacks. He swung his sword again and again, aiming for Krog's legs. Each strike was met with Krog's powerful blocks, but Alex was relentless. He could hear the crowd roaring, urging him on. Suddenly, Krog countered with a powerful kick that sent Alex stumbling backward. He hit the ground hard, the impact shaking him. Pain shot through his body, but he pushed it aside. This was not the time to give in. With a grunt, he stood up, shaking off the dust. Krog laughed, his voice booming across the arena. "Is that all you have?" "You are weak, human!" But Alex felt a fire burning within him. He remembered the faces of those he was fighting for. He was not just fighting for himself. He was fighting for all of humanity. Taking a deep breath, Alex charged forward once more. This time, he feinted left, then quickly spun to the right, surprising Krog. He struck with all his might, his sword connecting with Krog's armored leg. The alien let out a roar of pain, stumbling slightly. The crowd erupted into cheers, their energy feeding Alex's resolve. "Keep fighting!" Jenna yelled from the sidelines, her voice cutting through the noise. With the crowd behind him, Alex felt invincible. He pressed on, continuing to strike at Krog with swift, calculated movements. Each hit weakened Krog, and Alex could see the alien's confidence wavering. As the duel continued, Alex saw his chance. Krog, now more cautious, stepped back to regain his footing. In that moment, Alex lunged forward, his sword aimed directly at Krog's chest. With a swift and precise movement, he drove the blade into Krog's armor. The crowd gasped and time seemed to freeze. Krog's eyes widened in shock as Alex pulled his sword back. The alien staggered, finally realizing that this human was not to be underestimated. With a final push, Krog fell to the ground, defeated. The arena erupted in cheers and applause. Alex stood tall, his heart racing with victory. He had proven that humans were not weak. They were strong, courageous, and ready to face any challenge that came their way. As the crowd cheered for him, Alex knew this was just the beginning. He had fought for Earth, and now the galaxy would see humanity in a new light. The arena erupted with cheers and applause as Alex stood over Krog, the alien warrior defeated at his feet. The roar of the crowd was deafening, echoing across the open field. People from all walks of life had gathered to witness the duel, and now they celebrated their champion. For the first time, Earth felt united in pride and hope. As Alex raised his sword in triumph, he could see the expressions on the faces of his fellow humans: joy, relief, and disbelief. The fight had been fierce, and now they had shown the galaxy that they were not to be taken lightly. But Alex knew that this victory was only the beginning. The alien council members watched with a mix of shock and anger. Zalara's expression darkened and she stepped forward, her voice rising above the crowd. "This is only one battle, human. The Galactic Council will not allow this to stand. You may have won today, but we will not forget this insult." The crowd fell silent as Zalara's words hung in the air. Alex felt a chill run down his spine. The Council had powerful technology and resources. This was not just about one duel, it was about the future of Earth. He took a deep breath, trying to keep his focus. "Listen, Zalara," Alex called out, his voice steady. "Today you have seen our strength. We are not afraid to fight for our home. If you wish to challenge us again, we will be ready." The tension in the air thickened as Zalara's gaze locked onto Alex. "You may have strength, but you lack wisdom. The Council will regroup, and we will return. This is not over," she warned before turning away. As the alien delegation retreated, the crowd erupted into celebration once more. Alex felt the energy of the people around him. They lifted him on their shoulders, chanting his name. "Alex! Alex! Alex!" The sounds filled his heart with pride. Later that evening, a gathering was held in honor of Alex and the victory. People from all over the planet tuned in to watch the event broadcast live. Leaders, families, and friends came together to celebrate. Alex stood on the stage, surrounded by fellow soldiers, including Jenna and his commander, Colonel Hughes. He looked out at the sea of faces, feeling a mix of pride and responsibility. "Thank you, everyone," he began. "Today we have shown the galaxy that humanity is strong, but this is only the first step. We need to prepare for what comes next." The crowd cheered, but Alex could see some worry in their eyes. "We cannot let our guard down," he continued. "The Galactic Council may be angry, and they might come back with more than just words. We need to unite as a planet and stand strong together." Colonel Hughes stepped forward, nodding in agreement. "Alex is right. We need to train, strengthen our defenses, and prepare for any possible threats. We cannot allow fear to control us." His voice was firm, and the crowd listened intently. "Together we can build a force that will protect our planet," Jenna shouted, raising her fist in the air. The crowd roared in agreement, the energy rising as they envisioned a united front against any enemy. As the celebration continued, Alex felt a sense of determination wash over him. He knew that they had to act quickly. In the days to come, he and his fellow soldiers worked tirelessly to train and prepare for whatever might come next. They practiced combat drills, weapons training, and strategies to defend their planet. Meanwhile, news of Alex's victory spread like wildfire across the galaxy. Various alien species began to take notice. Some were impressed, while others scoffed at the idea of humans posing a real threat. But Alex understood that their perception would change as they saw humanity stand together. One day, while training with his team, Alex overheard a conversation between two soldiers. "Did you hear? Some alien factions are already planning to attack," one said, concern written all over his face. Alex turned, feeling the weight of the words. "We need to be ready," he said firmly. "If they think we are weak or divided, they will come for us. We cannot let them take our home." In the following weeks, the training intensified. More people joined the military, eager to defend their world. Alex became a symbol of hope and strength. The world watched as he led training sessions, inspiring others to believe in their own abilities. Finally, after weeks of preparation, the day came when they would receive news about the Council's next move. The atmosphere was tense as they gathered to hear the announcement. Alex stood at the front, his heart pounding in his chest. Whatever happened next, he knew they had to face it together. Humanity had shown its might, but the true test was yet to come. As he looked around at his fellow soldiers, he felt a sense of pride. They were ready. They would fight for Earth, and they would stand united against any challenge. The atmosphere was charged with anticipation as Alex and his fellow soldiers gathered in the command center. It had been weeks since his victory over Krog, and the Galactic Council was finally ready to respond. Alex could feel the tension in the air. Everyone knew this was a critical moment for Earth. Colonel Hughes stood at the front, his expression serious. "We've received word that the Galactic Council has called for a meeting. They want to discuss a truce," he announced. The room fell silent. The soldiers exchanged glances, unsure of what to make of this news. "Why would they want a truce?" Jenna asked, crossing her arms. "After everything they've said about us?" Hughes nodded. "That's exactly what we need to figure out. We have to approach this meeting cautiously. They might see us as a threat now, but we need to show them that we are not their enemies." Alex took a deep breath. "What if this is their way of trying to manipulate us? We shouldn't let our guard down," he cautioned. The room murmured in agreement. The day of the meeting arrived, and the tension was palpable. The command center buzzed with activity as Alex and his team prepared for what was to come. They had worked hard to set up defenses around Earth, but the time had come to show the Council that humans were not to be underestimated. As the delegation from the Galactic Council arrived, Alex stood tall at the forefront. Zilara entered first, her expression unreadable. Behind her were several other council members, each with a unique appearance, but they all shared the same air of authority. The room was filled with an uneasy silence as they took their seats at the long table. "Thank you for gathering here," Zilara began, her voice steady. "We have come to discuss the recent events and the implications of your duel." Alex exchanged glances with Jenna and Hughes, then spoke up. "What do you want from us? You came here to insult Earth, and now you seek a truce?" Zilara regarded him carefully. "You have proven yourself today. Your victory has changed the perception of humanity in the eyes of the Council. We realize now that you are not as weak as we once thought." Alex felt a surge of pride but remained cautious. "What do you intend to do about it?" "We won't accept anything less than respect for our planet." One of the other council members, a tall figure with blue skin named Orlan, spoke next. "We offer a chance for peace, but we need to work together. The universe is vast, and there are threats out there that can destroy us all. It would be wise to unite our strengths." The room buzzed with murmurs at this unexpected proposal. Alex felt a glimmer of hope. "What kind of alliance are you talking about?" he asked, eager to understand more. Zylara leaned forward, her tone serious. "An alliance against the larger threats. We face dangers beyond our understanding, and only by working together can we protect our homes." Colonel Hughes nodded slowly, weighing the options. "If we accept, we want assurances. No more mockery, no more threats. We want to be treated as equals." Zylara's expression softened slightly. "You have my word. The Council will respect Earth as a member of the galactic community, but trust must be built, and this is the first step." As discussions continued, Alex noticed a shift in the atmosphere. The Council members listened carefully, acknowledging the humans' concerns. They began to share information about other species and the threats that loomed beyond their galaxy. Hours passed as they exchanged ideas and strategies. Alex felt a sense of unity building in the room. The Council was starting to understand that humans were not just fierce warriors, they were also strategic thinkers and valuable allies. Finally, as the meeting drew to a close, Zylara stood up. "We will draft an official alliance agreement. We hope that this is the beginning of a strong partnership between our worlds." The room erupted in applause. Alex felt a wave of relief wash over him. This was a monumental moment for humanity. They were no longer seen as just a small planet in a vast universe. They were now recognized as worthy allies. As the Council members departed, Alex stood with Jenna and Hughes. "Did we really just do that?" Jenna asked, her eyes wide with disbelief. "I think we did," Alex replied, a smile spreading across his face. "We've earned their respect, but we need to keep working hard. This is just the start of our journey." In the days that followed, Earth prepared to join the Council. They shared knowledge and technology, and for the first time, humans were truly integrated into the galactic community. As Alex looked out over the bustling command center, he felt a sense of pride and purpose. They had faced mockery and danger, but they had emerged stronger. Humanity had found its place in the galaxy, and together they would forge a future filled with hope and respect.